What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more George Michael as we continue through the non-album tunes from Ladies and Gentlemen, the best of George Michael. Thank you again to Michaela for this CD, other physical releases, and the George journey more generally. And I've been jumping around a little bit when it comes to the tracks on this compilation that I had not yet heard/reacted to. And this time, you might not be surprised if you see this Antonio Carlos Jobim record here. I've decided to listen to Desafinado, which I don't know. It says here that this is with someone else, and it's Astrud Gilberto, which I don't even know if that's a female name or a male name. It definitely sounds Brazilian, which seemingly would make complete sense. I'm guessing this is a cover of or an homage to the original Jobim version, and thus I'm expecting this to have a bossa nova style. But my version, or the version of Desafinado on this album here, is instrumental, like all the tracks. And in fact, the girl from Ipanema is on here, and that is an instrumental, though I know at some point that song had lyrics. So yes, I'm assuming because the Elton John one was listed as with Elton John, this Astrud Gilberto is another singer, and it's a duet. As I said, I don't know if this is going to be a female or a male voice, but yeah, if it is what I'm expecting, it'll be very much in a favored territory for me, meaning I do very much enjoy the bossa nova jazz style and the smooth sonics of Jobim's version of the tune. So yeah, I'm keen to hear what George and this guest singer, I think, do with it. So let's give it a listen. This is George Michael along with, as I said, is it Astrud? Yeah, Astrud Gilberto, and it's their performance of Desafinado, taken from the Ladies and Gentlemen compilation.
Desafio, amor. Saiba que isto em mim provoca imensa dor. São privilegiados, têm ouvido igual o seu. Eu possuo apenas o que Deus me deu. Meu comportamento diante musical, eu mesmo mentindo devo confessar que isso é bossa nova, que isso é muito natural, que você não sabe nem sequer presente. Desafinados sabem ter coração. Fotografei você na minha Rolleiflex. Entregou-se a sua enorme gratidão. Esqueceu o principal, que no peito dos desafinados, ao fundo do peito bate calado. No peito dos desafinados também bate coração.
mellow bossa nova jazz style. I could listen to that stuff endlessly. And yes, I'm guessing this is a cover of a lyrical version of Jobim's tune, because melodically I'm pretty sure that's like the same tune. Maybe not exactly the same arrangement or particular melodic moments, but I'm pretty sure that's the same track. And I believe the Astrud Gilberto is a female singer, because that voice definitely sounded female. But I enjoyed George. He's very kind of breathy and whispery in the way he delivers the lines, which feels very appropriate to kind of the sonic atmosphere of bossa nova tunes. And yeah, I think that was in Brazilian Portuguese, if I'm not mistaken, which again would make perfect sense. And yeah, definitely a rich composition. I think they sound good playing off of each other. I enjoyed the way, he started and was low, and then she came in with a bit more volume and vigor, and so the balance of their two vocals, I think, worked really well. So again, as someone who already is a big fan of Jobim's music, I feel like this is one that I was always going to enjoy if it was essentially what I thought it was, which feels like it very much was that. So very lovely. Once again, George not only has, or had rather, and indeed in that regard, I would point people to my Patreon. I recently did a watch along for an interview, like mini documentary, in some ways about Last Christmas, but also about Wham's history more generally with Andrew Ridgeley. And he talked about George's life and passing and his abilities, which eventually outgrew Wham, as I'm sure all of you know. But yeah, I did a cool little watch along of a documentary with Mr. Ridgeley, which like really, I mean, I did a longer watch along, and both of them, the longer one and the shorter one, the documentary in question was provided by Michaela. Thank you as always. But yeah, it gave me like a new appreciation for Mr. Ridgeley, so I really enjoyed that. It's over on my Patreon. I think it might be embargoed for another few days, although if you're a full member, you can watch it now. In any case, I am continually impressed by George's musical sensibilities, his vocal talents, his dynamic vocal abilities, and the breadth sonically of his catalog. And again, I still have more to go that we will go through, even after we finish the tracks from this compilation that I haven't yet reacted to. So again, it's an artist I knew in a limited sense growing up, but it's an artist that it's been my distinct pleasure to learn in more detail in the last few years through this deep dive. So let me know what you think of this one. I'll see you next time. Peace.